Welcome to Scrapbooking Beautiful Layouts by Lockie Creations. Hey crafty friends, welcome back to Lockie Creations. It's your girl Lockie coming to you with another scrapbooking tutorial. First of all, shout out to my beautiful daughter at Aubriana Lakira for that beautiful intro that she created for me. Make sure you go to her page and give her some love. Will be linked below. Okay, so here's just a snippet of what this page will look like. So today's inspiration is a scrap lift video from this beautiful page that I found on Pinterest. It's by Altanu and the artist is Enza Godar. So thank you for that inspiration. So I'm going to be doing a version of this. I'm just going to switch up the colors on my background to incorporate blues. So let's get into it. So I started my page by gessoing a plain white piece of cardstock, and then I'm going in with various colors of acrylic paint in blues, and I'm doing an ombre effect, just mixing that acrylic paint with white acrylic paint just to get that ombre effect. And I do realize that it's kind of darker in the middle, so it's kind of a blue ombre and a turquoise ombre, but I like the way this turned out. So now I'm just drying that up. I am using my Make Art board to make sure that I can eliminate some of the warping that you tend to get when you're using a lot of water on your page. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I want to create pinwheels. So I've selected those colorful sheets of blue cardstock, and shout out to this little cute layout that I did. I was just using it. I'm gonna do some die cuts. So first thing I did is I got this die cut in the white hibiscus flowers that I cut out with my Silhouette Cameo machine, and that shape is available on your Silhouette store. So then I've gone ahead and cut out several different colors of the pinwheels, and I'm just showing you here me weeding those out of my mat. This first color, you can't really see the color, but it's a very, very light blue. And I cut the pinwheels out in various sizes, ranging from about 2 inches all the way down to maybe about an inch. So I'm just doing the shape, and I realize that that's a little big, so the majority of my pinwheels will be a little bit smaller. Okay, so I just went ahead and created that, and you can see those pinwheels at the top left hand corner. I have selected 2 photographs of my daughter and I at the beach, so I'm just going to go ahead and mat those photos on this grayish light blue paper. Give it a little contrast, and I want to stick with very light color because I'm going to be doing a lot of blue and a lot of white. So those will be my base pages. Okay, so I am just trimming that mat down here so that I can back my second photo with that mat. Now you can see towards the bottom left hand side that I have die cut also this beautiful palm tree and water effect, which will be one of the very few embellishments that I use on my page. So again, I'm trying to stick again very closely to the design, and I will have that right above just to give you another peek at that. But I'm trying to stay really closely to the artist's original design that I'm scrap lifting. I'm just changing the colors and different types of flowers, different types of embellishments. At this point, I am roughing up my edges with my Tim Holtz little tool. And I just wanted to get a little bit of distressing on those edges. I'm not going to do too much to my photo mats. Just wanted to distress those edges. I am going to keep the placement of my photos. I'm using the 2 photos, of course. And I'm going to keep those around the bottom to center right hand side of my page. So I'm going to go ahead and glue those down where I want them to go because I'm happy with that placement. And yes, a reminder, please comment, like, and subscribe. So I've gone ahead and I have glued down the photos. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue down that little palm tree and water embellishment that I created with my Silhouette Cameo machine. I just printed that on white cardstock, and I backed that with a darker cardstock. Now, unfortunately, I was not able to get all of this process, but I will go ahead and be showing you kind of what it turned out. So what I'm going to end up doing is around that white hibiscus flower, I am going to go in with some gel translucent shimmery paint, and here goes how the page turned out. So we have arrived to the final layout. I have it on my make art board just because there was some warping with all the art that I did, but as you can see, the page is complete. And so some of the details that I did to complete the page, I added around the hibiscus flower cut, and I'm trying to put it close so you can really see it. Hopefully you can. I don't know if the light is picking it up. I don't really think my light is picking it up, but you can see the sheen and the shimmer around all those hibiscus details. So I added that. I went around the whole hibiscus, so I'll take some still shots of it just to hopefully be able to really show it, but it's hard to see in this light. But anyway, I added those shimmery effects around all of the hibiscus so you can kind of see the sheen in the current light. Maybe if I kind of bring the light, you can see it a little bit, but you can see how that glare comes off of that. That's because I added all that shimmer and sheen. It's really pretty and glittery. I think you'll be able to see it in still shots. I also went in my stamps, and I had these stamps of these little flip-flops, so I just stamped in that same color blue those flip-flops, and I did it one over here, and I did one coming off the page. Then I went back with a gold marker, metallic marker. Actually, I think it's an alcohol marker. Here it is. This one. This acrylic paint marker that I got from, I think these came from Joann's, and went over that just because I didn't like it. It was a little harsh when I first did the stamping, so I did that. I also, I don't know if you can really see very well, but up here at the top, I added with some silver metallic ink. I added just a stamp that I have with some bubbles, and then I did that same thing down at the bottom here near the flip-flop. So again, you maybe can't even really see it in this light, but I think if I hold it there, you can kind of see the little silver detail. Okay, I did that. I added my title, My Beachy Life, and I attempted to stamp on some white stamp ink, 2022 the year, but that didn't come out right, so I did stamp it right at the bottom. It's very tiny, you probably can't see it, but I have 2022. Put some Nouveau drops down, and those Nouveau drops are in this color. This color is Caribbean Ocean, one of my go-tos. I initially had a couple Nouveau drops here, and then I smushed them, so I just went on and added more in this little pattern just to kind of blend it with the bubbles. I thought that was cute. I added in just some drops of different glittery sequins and other little rhinestones and different little shimmery, oh, there was that mine that I dropped. Different little shimmery details just to give it a little bit more shimmer around the page. I think that turned out really nicely. And what else did I do since I stopped recording? See, I have my little die cut beachy scene here, so I really love that. Yeah, I didn't do a whole lot of different type of embellishments other than, oh, here's some of the clear Nouveau drops that are in that translucent color. That particular color is this Nouveau Crystal drops in the color Morning Dew. Love that. It's really good to give a watery or rain bubble type of effect, so did use those Nouveau drops. as well. And yeah, so the pinwheels. Oh, here's a little darker blue sequin. Here's another translucent sequin. Got those from Michael's in the one of those little 250 bins. Yeah, and that's pretty much my page. So I didn't add journaling because, I mean, it's obvious we're at the beach. I could put, you know, which beach we were at. So yeah, details I could add potentially later, but this was a page about the art. So yeah, the art and the scene about just being at the beach in the summer. So again, here is the reference of the original, and here is my interpretation of that, giving it an ocean theme. Now in hindsight, I really love this page. I didn't like it at first, and it was like, feel like it was missing something, so that's when I added in the shimmer, and I added in all these little sequins and rhinestones and Nuvo drops and little stamping, and I think that gave it just the level of detail that I needed. So I do like it now. Thought it looked a little plain at first. One lesson learned on doing this page, I did deviate away from the color that the original artist who I scrap lifted had, the rainbow effect. I wanted to do a rainbow effect, but in blues, because again, this is a beach and ocean page. And I really like the way it turned out. I think it turned out lovely. The only thing that I probably did differently, and I very strategically chose the colors of the paper for my pinwheel because I wanted a monochromatic kind of tone-on-tone look. But I think maybe if I do it again, which I think I will probably do another version of this page again because I liked it so much. I maybe would have not gone so much tone on tone because I feel like, especially these darker turquoisey teal color pinwheels, they just kind of get lost. But maybe that, you know, maybe that's okay. But it's just visually, I feel like it's kind of, it's busy. It's pretty, but it's busy, and I feel like maybe these. Maybe if I would have put some shimmer or something over them, I don't know. But anyway, that's the only thing I maybe would have just chose my colors a little bit differently. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty. I love it. So here's the page. Hope you enjoyed this video. As always, please like and subscribe. And stay tuned for the next process video coming from Lucky Creations. As always, be blessed.